Spinal mobility is so important during your pregnancy. In this class, we're going to work on our spinal mobility. We're going to work moving one vertebrae at a time. We're going to do some spine twists, extension, and flexion. So we're going to start by preparing our body, just getting our breath working with our movements, warm up our upper body, and then get into our spinal mobility. So lay in your nice neutral position on your mat, shoulders away from your ears. Work on breathing into your rib cage, exhaling and engaging those deep core pelvic floor muscles to support your spine. Let's take 3 or 4 breaths here as we lay on our mat. In through your nose, exhale through your mouth. Again, inhale. Try and maintain about a 30% contraction of those deep core muscles as you're breathing, and then engage them a little more as we begin our movements. One more breath in through your rib cage, and exhale, pushing all of that air out of your lungs. On your next inhale, bring your arms up, shoulders flat against your mat. And then as you exhale, stretch your shoulders up to the ceiling and back down. Make sure that you're keeping that little ripe grape of a gap under your waist. Let's try about 5 of these to get our upper back, shoulders moving with our breath. Now lower one arm. Take your other arm back as far as you can without letting your ribs flare. Inhale and switch. Keep your nice neutral spine. Inhaling on one, exhaling on the other. Only go back as far as you can without letting your ribs flare. Bring your hand down to meet your other one and slowly roll up. Place your legs straight out in front of you. Nice straight back. Inhale to prepare and exhale, roll over like you're rolling over a big exercise ball. Inhale and slowly roll down. If you can't do this controlled, bend your knees and use your arms to help you. Stretch your arms back. Inhale to prepare. Exhale and slowly roll up. Inhale. One vertebrae at a time, roll over that big exercise ball, nice round spine, and back up. If this is too difficult for you, bend those knees, slowly roll back. You can roll back as far as you can, and then come back up. Stretch over, stretch out that spine. Come up and engage those pelvic floor muscles as you gently and controlled roll back to the mat. Inhale while you're laying on the mat. Exhale, engage those lower muscles and roll back up and stretch over one vertebrae at a time. Slowly sit back up. Now we're going to do our roll over. So you might want to scooch forward on your mat a little bit. We want to make sure that we don't put too much pressure on our neck when we do this. Use your hands to support you and control rolling back. Inhale to prepare. Slowly roll back. Spread your feet. Inhale. Flex your toes. And slowly roll back up. You can come all the way up on each one, or you can stay down here, roll over, not too much pressure on your neck. Use your hands for support. Slowly, one vertebrae at a time along that mat, roll back down. Bring your feet back together. Inhale to prepare. Use those lower muscles and roll back. Only go as far back as is comfortable. Some of you may have your feet on the floor. Others may not reach. Sometimes it can vary day to day. All right, let's do 2 more. Use those hands if you need to push yourself up. Slow and controlled, one vertebrae at a time. Clear down to your tailbone. Keep those shoulders away from your ears. Inhale to prepare. Exhale. And last one. And let's roll all the way up. Now, we're going to do our neck pull. Don't be confused by the name. We're not really pulling on our neck. We're just starting the movement from our neck. So, hands up. Rest them gently on your head. Nice straight spine. One vertebrae at a time. Chin to your chest. And roll over. Inhale. And one vertebrae at a time back up. You should feel a nice stretch. Don't put too much pressure on your head. Nice controlled movements. Make sure you're breathing. You should feel a nice stretch. And last one. Should get a nice stretch in your hamstrings as well. Now we're going to do a spine stretch. We did something similar for our roll up. We're going to put our arms up in the air, shoulders away from your ears. Inhale to prepare and stretch over. Reach as far as you can with flexed feet. Get a nice hamstring stretch. Nice stretch through your back and up. Inhale, exhale, engage those core muscles. Every movement should come from that core. And back up. One more. Inhale into that rib cage. Stretch over. If you can't touch your toes, that's fine. Just go as far as you can and come down. Now we're going to do our saw. So you're going to bring your feet about mat width apart. Arms are going to come straight out. Inhale to prepare. You're going to do a nice spine twist. Stretch over. Reach as far as you can towards those toes. Inhale. Exhale. Make sure that this movement is coming from your core muscles. You want those pelvic floor muscles engaged so you're supporting your lower back. And let's do one more set. All right, we're going to move over onto our stomach. These are exercises that we won't be able to do past our first trimester. So we're going to work on them now to try and get our spine nice and limber, our deep abdominal muscles strong. So we're going to do the swan. You're going to lay down on your chest, fingers under your shoulders. Stretch those toes so far towards the other wall they come off the ground. Inhale to prepare. As you exhale, those feet come down, your chest comes up, shoulders stay away from your ears. Inhale at the top. Exhale, feet come up. And you're just going to gently rock back and forth. Only push up as high as comfortable for your lower back. You shouldn't feel any pinching down here. If you can only come up a little ways, that's totally fine. Do what's comfortable for you. And last one. Now we're going to let our elbows come down. Put your elbows right under your shoulders. Pull those lower abdominal muscles, pull your belly button off the ground. Inhale to prepare, and we're going to do a single leg kick. Double little bounce when your leg comes up or your foot comes up. Try and keep your head in a neutral position. Pretend like that mat's really hot. Don't want your belly button to touch. This gives a nice quadricep stretch as well. Let's do a couple more on each side. And come down. Slowly sit back up. And we're going to do another spine twist. A couple of variations. If you have long hamstrings, you can sit with your legs out in front of you. Otherwise, feel free to sit cross-legged. Completely up to you. Do what's comfortable for you and your back. Hands can be here at your chest in a prayer position, or you can have them straight out to the side. You're going to inhale, exhale, and back to the center. Try and make your rotation come from those lower abdominal muscles. Let's do one more on each side. And come down. We're going to do one last exercise. This is a great exercise. It's a little bit of a spine stretch massage on the mat. It's called the seal. You're going to wrap your hands under your legs like this. You're going to balance up here if you can. Back nice and straight. And inhale, exhale, and look back. And come back up. 3 little claps with your feet. Inhale, exhale, and roll back. Don't put any pressure on your elbows when you're doing this. And last one. All right, let's take some deep breaths. Inhale up. Exhale. Push all that air out of your lungs. Stretch over to the side. And stretch to the other side. Open your chest. One more inhale.